What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back, guys. So today we're going to take a look at this here particular home located in this cul-de-sac here. So you know how I feel about cul-de-sacs. I think they're a really good place to be within a subdivision. So the particular listing we're going to tour today will be this one right here. So we're located in Lawrenceville, Georgia. All right. So this is a red brick front home. This is a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, and it is beautifully landscaped out here today as well. Okay. And as always, I want to know you guys' thoughts as we look at the 2-car garage. We do have a slight decline to enter into the home. Okay. But we're going to take a walk inside here. Very quiet neighborhood out here today. So this is our 2 double doors here. And what I also wanted to focus on as well, as we enter the home, here we go. All right. So coming in, this is our light fixture coming in, and the stairs greet us coming into the home. This house was built in 1999, and as you can see, they did do some renovations here as well. We're looking at new carpets. Let me go ahead and kick my shoes off here. So they did do new carpets in here. They did a few other new things as well that they do have in the kitchen on the list. So we'll take a look at that. So we're looking at, seems to be new paint. So this looks like it could be a flex room or such. So we don't have a light up here in the ceiling, but like I said, we do have new carpets. All right, there's your view out to the front. And like I stated earlier, you are located in a cul-de-sac. So you could probably use this room as your formal living room or office space. Okay, that's quite popular in homes, of course. And over here, you got your formal dining room because you have the lowered fixture here. Seems like they went with an accent theme right here. And there's a medallion. You don't see those often in modern homes. Okay, so sizable. Definitely, I would say a sizable dining room. So we'll take a look into the kitchen here. And here is the kitchen. Like I said, they've done a considerable amount of work. I believe she had an open house. I missed it yesterday. So I wanted to go ahead and still come take a look at this here particular property. All right. You got your General Electric appliance here. Your nice dark countertops. That's nice. You got your Frigidaire burner right here. And Samsung microwave. So the black and white theme, of course, with the white cabinets and the black countertop. You got your apron sink or farmhouse sink, as some call them. Quite popular. Those sinks are very popular. You can get them in that porcelain or the stainless steel. Okay. And you have your KitchenAid dishwasher. So no island in this kitchen here, but very sizable without one, right? Because yeah, you could put an island right here in the middle, but you still have that openness to be able to kind of use all of that counter space that you have. You do have like an attached island over here to the right as you look at the breakfast nook area here, or a small dining area with the bay windows. And then you have your fixture there, okay? And here would be where the fridge would go, okay? So like I said, home built in 1999. It's our pantry. So they did do some work in here. Okay. They could have took them with them, but they left the curtains up for you guys. All right, the outside is going to be the deck area. All right, so about 1.29 acres is what this particular property is sitting on, what this home is sitting on, lot size wise. And they do have like this bolted down canopy here. So in the listing photos, it actually wasn't covered, but now it's covered. So that does add some appeal as far as being able to entertain out here and having that shade that you need, okay? All right, you can kind of look over into your lot here. Oh, I didn't even see that earlier. So Looks like there's a walkway down there to like a paved area. That's pretty nice, like a broken paver type area. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that earlier. Okay. And then you have a little storage area out here in the back where you a little shed where you can put stuff. Okay. And they have your pine straw down here. This home does have a basement as well. It's kind of difficult to see when you're coming in, but it does have a basement. Then you have over here, you got that pathway where you can walk down to enter into the backyard. They even got lattices here on the back of the house too if you're interested in trellising any type of vegetation. So they do have that. Now I would like to point out with this deck, this here is a hybrid system. So this is a polymer, but then this here that's actual wood. So the wood themselves is an actual wood post, and then the planks and the railing of such are going to be polymer. But they painted it all one color to make it blend really well. And this is the back of the property. Okay. So what do you guys think? Like I said, it's very quiet out here, man. Real quiet. This is a home that kind of seems to offer just enough and not too much. Okay. Floors are in great condition as well. Being built in 1999, floors are in really good condition. Okay. And here's a view of the kitchen from the dining area where I'm standing in right now. Okay. Maybe the lighting could be a little more here, I feel like, but I guess they felt that since this window was back here, they didn't need it, okay? So before we take a look at her list of renovations here, I'm gonna come over here, and I think this is the garage. Yes. So here's your 2-car garage out here. Okay, very, very large, spacious garage. Okay, and you have an inset, so you can have extra storage there. What's this? This is, okay, so this is gonna be another storage area, okay. Nice, very decent sized storage area, okay. So you can keep even more things in there, or you can use that as an outside pantry. And so if the one inside the kitchen, inside the home here isn't big enough, you can use that one for like extra storage. That's quite neat, I like that. Okay, and you got your cabinets here on the back of the counter. Okay, and this is why I said the island was attached to the countertop, because this is your seating, is an overhang here. All right, so real quick, we'll take a look at her list here that shows some of their renovations. So they have new carpet, interior paint, renovated kitchen with home granite and white cabinets, as we just saw. The backsplash is new in 2023. Updated the primary bathroom, we'll take a look at that. The tile, shower, and new flooring, okay? They replaced the water line in 2021. AquaGuard waterproofing in 2021. New water heater, new fans and fixtures, and pressure washing. So these are just outdoor things, the pressure washing. Repairing, they repaired wood rot. I think that must be why they went with the polymer on the deck out there. And professionally landscaped backyard, and there's a new retaining wall. These are all great upgrades, and as a seller, as a buyer, if I'm looking at this, I think one of the most important things that'll stick out to me on this list would be the new water heater, right? That'll be one of the most costly things, of course, and also the new carpet. All right, so here's that new backsplash that she mentioned on her sheet. Oh, there's also under cabinet lighting here too. Oh, that's the dishwasher. But there's under cabinet lighting here as well, as you can see that. So it does look really, really good. What do you guys think? You know, with those renovations, what are your thoughts here as we continue to tour the first floor? All right, so that was the kitchen. And that's very good work too by the listing agent to be able to literally list those things out. So right down this way, that's the front door we came in, the double glass pane doors. And this is, oh, that's the basement. We'll check that out in a second. All right, and then this is your half bath. This will be your guest bathroom right here, okay. All right, nothing too special there. And then here is your main entertainment room here. So this will be your family room. You have a view out to that canopy area on your deck, okay? And you can also access the deck from this here room as well, okay? There's your fireplace, all right, brick fireplace. So a sizable room here and kind of off and to itself, right? So it's kind of confined. So it gives that coziness, I guess is the word that I'm looking for. A lot of current family rooms or main den areas tend to be open in homes. So this is a rarity to kind of see. You guys may not be used to seeing that being off into itself. Okay, so we'll check out the basement in a minute, but I think that concludes our tour of the first floor of this home. Okay, so I think we're looking at a little over maybe 3,200 square feet in this home. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and take a look upstairs. So as we go upstairs here, not much in the way of lighting, okay? And then you have this new plush carpet on the steps. How do you guys feel about carpet on the steps? Okay. So to the right is the primary. So we're gonna start our tour to the left. Now coming up the steps to the left, there is an angle wall. Y'all been watching the channel? Y'all know how I feel about angle walls. I'm not a fan of angles in homes, but I guess they had to do it here to create space, okay? Here is the bathroom, one of your guest bathrooms, okay? And there's a single vanity, full tub shower combo, and over here in the corner by the window is going to be your water closet area, okay? This is like a linen closet, all right? Okay. We got some interesting knob choices here. Add a little character to the home, it's okay. Now, you can enter in through here, or what you could do is come in through this bedroom. So this bedroom, I think this is one of the bigger guest bedrooms here. You got your book cabinetry here, and you got a seating area. You got a nice bench seating area right here that could be used as like a book nook or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got your cushion in there. I think that's creative. It's different. Once again, it adds character to the home. You got your closet straight ahead here. So that bathroom over to the right is technically an ensuite bathroom, okay? Because you can just come straight out of the room into it. Straight across the hall, here we have our other guest bedroom. So you come in here, that's that angle here. That's on the other side. And just real quick, I'll remind you guys. So the reason why I'm not a fan of angles in homes is because it really limits to what you can do in the space. Now you can still come in here, you can still put a bed in here, you can still utilize this area right as livable space, obviously. But when you got that angle right here, there's only so much you can do. It takes out a whole corner of space you can have. But nonetheless, it's there, so you make it work. And this is your walk-in closet, okay? Sizable walk-in closet. And what's nice about this room though, is you still have an ensuite. So even this bedroom also has its own bathroom, okay? You just walk right in. Here's your closet right here, your linen closet. And then here's your bathroom, okay? Your full tub shower combo, all right? So is there a light in here? Yeah. So that is definitely appealing. I do like the flooring they went with in here as well. That looks pretty cool. Has like a little new rustic feel to it. And here is that vanity. Okay. What are you guys' thoughts? What are you thinking so far? What do you think they're asking for this here particular property? Right over to the left, you have your very large laundry room. All right, you got your connections for that. And you got your shelves above. Of course, if you don't want the shelves, you could do like you could do cabinets on these walls, because you have enough space to do it. It is walk-in, as I mentioned before, okay? And over to the right, you have another guest bedroom. Like I said, we're on a 5-bedroom, 4-bath layout here, okay? As we walk in, this bedroom is, I think, the second largest, okay? That they have, if I'm not mistaken. Decent size. And there's another walk-in closet, okay? Although this bedroom does not have its own bathroom, okay? So it'd have to share bathrooms. They have to share this bathroom over here to the left, which is fine, okay? And then this would be your bonus room or your frog room, free room over garage, okay? So very bright in here. I do like how the light just kind of just comes pouring in here from this window. Immediately over here to the right, there is a closet. So technically speaking, it's a walk-in closet as well. Technically speaking, y'all, I mean, you can use this as a bedroom, right? I mean, very spacious area. A lot of space here, a lot of opportunity here to be able to use this for something, or you can use it as an office or whatever you would like. You know, creatively, guys. What are your thoughts? Like, what would you do with some of these spaces? You know, as we move throughout life, we commonly we mark our common spaces quite often. So our office desk looks like our office desk. Our car looks like our car. So what would you guys do with some of these spaces? Keep that in mind as we continue our tour here. So coming into the primary, as we come down the hallway, so you come up the steps here, all right? That's the hallway for all the other bedrooms. The primary is off by itself, and here it is, okay? So you got your large vaulted ceiling there, kind of vaulted / tray ceiling, all right? Coming in to the left, here's your primary closet, okay? So, not the largest closet, I have seen larger, but nonetheless, it's there for a primary, okay? And I'm also not a big fan of leaving up curtains in the house, but neither here. It kind of works. It's not too busy. And this is the view out to the rest of the cul-de-sac there and most of your front landscaping. So this is the corner of that primary bedroom. So we'll go ahead and take a look in here. So here are the new tile floors that she mentioned on the renovation checklist, and they painted to kind of match the floors. It looks good in here. It did kind of update it and bring it up to a little bit of a modern standard. There's your long vanity fixture there. You got your double sinks, okay? Your garden tub here, all right? Okay, and then you have, this is the shower upgrade she spoke of as well. So you have a private closed-in shower. Okay, they did make the tile color white, which I think is important so it doesn't feel claustrophobic in here. And there it is. So you do have that there, all right? Looks good. Very good work done there with the glass door. And of course, over here to the right, you have your water closet area. This is a large water closet, guys. You get widget in there, okay? All right, but the floors do look good. That stuff does look quite well. They did a really good job, okay? So that will conclude our tour of the upstairs area. So let's go down here and check out the basement, because remember, this house does have a basement. I'll see you guys down there in a second. All right, guys. So here we go, descending into the basement. Now, I will say, looking straight ahead, it kind of gives it a look that is actually finished. It's not, so. As we come down here, that's just a very large area rug, okay? So this is our basement. This is when you first come down, and there's our fixture here. So it kind of has like a little cool little theme down here. Like I said, once again, it is not finished. Although you do have a workshop area right here, which I missed when I first came down here. So you got real nice shelving down here, and you've got a countertop right here. All right, it's really cool. It looks good. Okay. So even more shelving behind the doors. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. And then they just kind of went crazy with the paint down here. It's like some red on the wall. Some more of these cool dome lights here. All right. And then you got your linear lights there. I felt the heat from that light just now when I stood under it. I was like, what is that? And then they got like a backlight bulb here. This on this wall, maybe it was like a chalk wall or something. But they painted the wall black, and And maybe that's what they were using it for. It could have been like a gaming area down here or something like that. But what would you guys do with this type of area? Right, I've seen gyms, I've seen bars, I've seen game rooms. What would you guys do with this type of area down here? Okay, there's a lot of space down here. I also think that's a really good idea to use those linear bulbs to light the area. Sometimes that's kind of slept on, but those can provide a lot of lighting and also accent lighting as well. They look really good in basements, especially when you have everything done. Okay, so there's the access there to the backyard. Okay, and they have kind of like some cabinets and stuff down here. So kind of lending the idea to what they did when they were here in the basement. I believe what we're looking at over here is going to be, there you go, that's your utility or mechanical closet. They also have one that's installed, so that's nice too. That obviously lets you know how to date the water heater, okay? So you know how old or how new it is without having to search through codes. So in this room, we have the black and red theme again. It continues, and looks like I said, they were kind of experimenting with lighting here. They did somewhat finish out the walls down here, okay? So the only thing they did down here, looks like it might have been some type of flooring that they took up down here. All right, and there's that area we saw up on the deck where you could just walk to. That was like a slate floor. That was really neat, okay? So a lot of potential here, tons of potential, okay, of what you could do down here. I mean, just down here alone, there's a lot you could get into and explore with when it comes to ideas. This can be plumbed out for a bathroom. It's not a finish yet, but you can kind of plumb this out for a downstairs restroom, okay? And that concludes the tour of the basement. So we'll go ahead and take a walk upstairs. Oh, the stairs are also black and white. Black and red. That is really cool. All right, so we'll get upstairs and talk numbers, and I want to know your guys' thoughts. All right, see you upstairs. All right, guys, so that concludes our tour of this here particular property located out here in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So what are your thoughts? Like I said, this home was built in 1999. They underwent substantial renovations in here, new flooring, and new appliances when it comes to the water heater, which I think is a really good one too. They even wrote on the water heater when it was installed. So I do think that was great as well. So we're looking at a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home, okay? And the square footage here is 3,237 square feet. So a little over 3,200 square feet. The basement was 1,347 square feet. So, and the lot size is roughly about 1.3 acres, okay? And this here particular property's been on the market for just 3 days. So I missed her open house yesterday for this here particular home. I definitely want to get in here and take a look at it for a potential client that would like to relocate to Georgia. And I do think it's a put together home. It is definitely sturdy in the bones, not a lot of creaking or anything of that nature that you get with older construction or resale homes. And the flooring in here looks pretty good as well. So I do think that they did a pretty decent job here. I must say that for sure. Now, what do you guys think that they're asking for this here particular property? All right, so they're asking $529,900. So just shy of $530,000 can get you a 5-bedroom, 4-bath with a full basement area. So speaking upon that basement area, I think it's pretty nice. I mean, being able to, I've seen anything from like theater rooms, game rooms, to gyms. It's very popular now for gyms to be in, being built in a home as opposed to getting a gym membership and going to a gym. So that can be very appealing to somebody. But anyway, it's been your favorite Bidded Agent. And let me know what you guys think below. How much potential you think this home has, especially with the indoor features that they've done here. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.